some
I
Star
mean,
Wars
let's just
music.
own it. Let's just own it. If Disney wants to come after it, so be it. Let's earn it. I agree.
They're going to come after what they like, so that's all I know.
Exactly. At least we're on the radar at Disney. That's the important thing, guys. Somewhere there's a piece of paper with the Marauders podcast on it at Disney.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And all it takes is Dave Filoni seeing it before we blow up. That's it.
Bang.
Oh, Dave.
Dude, that little clip,
Doop, 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 doop.
the little 30 seconds where he's talking, already got me excited.
I don't know what for. You ain't watched the last one.
I don't care. As soon as Dave Filoni opens his mouth, I'm excited.
Well, he opened his mouth a lot in the last one.
Well,
and
that's
you ain't
fine,
watched
but I'm intrigued about the Luke Skywalker thing, so don't judge me, okay? You know
Hey.
Luke is my boy.
I get it.
You know Luke is my boy. So if you show me a picture of Luke and Mark Hamill says, "Are you guys excited?" I'm
But it
freaking
was over
excited.
it was over the whole part 2 last time, and you still didn't watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Let's talk about things you haven't watched, Mister. I just watched Captain America.
But
3 days
he's
ago.
watched it.
Right. But last podcast
you
he
still
hadn't watched
haven't.
it.
Listen, I said I was gonna do it, and I did it.
And
The next
I
day.
just said today that I was gonna do it, and I will do it before the next podcast.
We'll see.
Mark it down. How long is it? Is it like 8 hours?
No. It's just an hour. It's
Okay.
So you remember the first season of Mandalorian? They did like 8 episodes of the gallery, and if season 2 they just did one episode. They've been doing that with all of the stuff, like even with the Avengers, how they did Loki, how they just do one episode of a recap.
Okay. I can get behind that.
So, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
What's good?
Everybody out there, glad you're with us. If you're not with us yet, hopefully you will be. We'll see, I guess. We are the Marauders. We're here every 7:30, Thursday, 7:30. And, yeah, drop your comments, talk, hang out, enjoy. Introduce yourselves real quick, starting below. We'll go below.
Changed my name. I changed
all-
it. It's the Ginger Queen. It sounds weird, but we're 1 week away from
Ginger Queen, only 17.
the Bungie reveal. A little less than a week now, so I'm all gung ho. All right, the Witch Queen. Ace is like, what is he talking about? But it's Destiny. So we're 1 week away.
I got
thrilled.
you, totally.
I'm rocking
I'm
the
ready.
Triumph shirt. I've even got the little gamer tag thing. So I'm a sucker, man. So it's the Ginger Queen.
That's what's up. What's going on, y'all? This is Ace Soka, and
What a wicked
you know
shirt.
how I do it, man. Talk nerdy to me. It's your boy Ace Kennedy.
And I'm Bird.
That was really good. Stay off the radio. Stay off the radio.
So if you haven't watched Suicide Squad, I mean the trailer actually has it too. So I mean it's not like you're gonna miss a much on that. But that's Suicide Squad. Anyways, okay. So let's go on. Let's just start out with some Sonic, because Sonic is our sponsor.
I was thinking the little blue guy. Why isn't Sonic the Hedgehog the
Oh, there we go. You gone?
mascot for Sonic?
Bro, you done went back to the robot voice. Every once in a while he'll pop in just to remind me.
I wonder if I can change your name. I can actually. I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna make you mad.
You know he will just
I will.
lose it. And he's back.
It just, you know what? It's probably
I
got
don't understand.
another microphone. Is it?
I don't
is it-
know.
Are we good?
You're good. Yeah, it's fine now.
You guys have all your fancy microphones, okay? Maybe it's time I invest. So
I mean,
I don't,
we've been doing it now for like a year and a half.
we're over a year now.
yeah, I've put some money into the podcast.
You
Okay,
have.
This is
I'm proud
this
of.
is episode 69.
is it really?
Oh wow. There's definitely some double stuff
Hey,
jokes.
just
Hey.
here. I want you guys to know this will be the best episode we ever have. Doesn't matter what we talk
It
about.
doesn't get better than this.
Doesn't get better than episode 69, and we need Justin on here. I feel like this is Justin's episode.
Finally
There you
took off at the right time.
It covers you completely. So I mean that.
All right, that just leave that picture up the whole. I mean, that right there epitomizes episode 69.
Justin is here with us in spirit.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. So now that I pulled that off, let's go Sonic.
Sonic,
So I had another banana pudding shake.
disgusting.
Just
Two
Did you get to try it, Ace?
Did not get to try it.
You need to.
You didn't miss out.
It's good.
I could.
It is so good. It is
Disappointed.
ice cream like banana pudding. That's all
disgusting.
it is. I mean, yeah,
Have
it's
you
awesome.
Have you had Bluebell's banana pudding ice cream?
I have not.
Oh my god!
Where's the Bluebell at? Or are you talking about like just out of the gallon thing?
Yeah. And they got a banana
I have
pudding.
not done that.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I need to check that out then.
Thank you, Sonic.
Thank you, Sonic,
Sonic.
for everything except
Yes.
the banana shake, or whatever that is. Thank you for it all, but that. Nobody wants a banana shake. Nobody.
Everybody on the pod tonight likes bananas and banana pudding. So thank you, Sonic, for everything you've done, and make sure to get that app. Happy hour all the time. Half price drinks and slushes. I'll bring you back now.
Hey Shane, have you had that?
Did I spell bananas right? I'm very worried.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bananas.
I tried to think of the was it Fergie? Who's the song that spells out
Yeah.
bananas?
Gwen Stefani.
Thank you. I'm gonna have
I
to-
bet you're the same person that goes vegetables, so that you spell vegetables right.
No, I
don't you?
I don't even spell vegetables. That's not even in my vocabulary.
That's not even you don't do vegetables. What are
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
vegetables?
Yes, I spelled it right. Bananas.
You had it right.
Thank you very much to who'd you say it was? Gwen Stefani. Appreciate you. Shout out. Yeah, but no, I mean, guys,
Okay.
let's just be honest. Bananas suck. Bananas suck. Let's lead the podcast off with that. Boot me all you want, they still suck. They don't suck as much as episode 8, but bananas suck. They're right there.
Okay. So, anyways, so our first thing, let's go with Suicide Squad.
Yes, sir.
So, who wants to go first?
Listen, all I gotta say is my favorite scene of the Suicide Squad is when they're walking through the forest, or they make it to the town of the innocent people, and they was just shooting them up, and John Cena was chopping up dudes on the table. They was having a contest. It was him and Idris Elba. They were having a contest on who can kill the most people or whatever, and it was and then come to find out all the people was supposed to be on their team. That was crazy.
And what leads that off is they're walking. Amanda Waller's bringing them through, and was like, and then we have this guy. He does this, this, and this. He was like, "That's me. That's what I do." And Cena goes, "Yeah, but I do it better."
Mm-hmm.
And then I like how they said the bullets. Like he's like, I shoot smaller. Or did he say you shoot smaller bullets? And he goes, I'll shoot my bullets through your bullets.
Yeah, he said. He said something about I'll shoot you, and he goes, I'll shoot you better, and something about
Like I'll
smaller
shoot my
bullets.
bullet. I'll shoot my bullet through your bullet. Like
Yeah.
And then obviously, I mean, are we doing spoilers? Are we doing? Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously that
Yeah.
whole end sequence there when he shoots the bullet through his bullet, like
Yeah.
absolutely loved it. The rat guy or the rat girl was my favorite like new addition.
Ratcatcher 2.
Ratcatcher 2. And her little backstory, like where she's sitting up there with her dad, and she's like, "Why rats?" And she's got her little rat friend with the coat. Okay, so this is embarrassing.
Which is what?
Taika Waititi.
Yes, Taika Waititi.
Was that the dad?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
I totally missed that. Totally
it
missed
made
it.
no flipping sense that they were on top of that stupid dome, though.
No, it reminded me of like
They're just sitting up on
Ratatouille
the
or
dome.
whatever. So there's a book called Motorcycle or Ralph. I don't know. Anyway, there was a book when I was a kid. And it was about a little mouse, and it was like he had a motorcycle. Anyway, I loved it. I was obsessed with it. No, it's like motorcycle or Ralph the motorcycle mouse or something like that. I don't remember the name. I have it. I still have it to this day. I have 2 copies of it. That and the sequel. I read it a million
Went to a
times.
different type of school. Ace.
I mean, look, don't judge me. But anyway, like when I saw the Rat Lady 2, I was instantly, she was my favorite character. And then like, I loved it. I absolutely loved her character. And then my second, the close second to me was the Weasel. I'm a massive Weasel fan. And like, just right from the get-go, like I'm excited to see what the Weasel can do. And they're like, yeah, he ate a bunch of children. I'm like, this is dark. I'm ready to see this weasel get after it.
Bro,
And
when they told Pete Davidson that he was a werewolf, he lost it.
it just loses it. And then Harley's like, ooh, I always wanted to meet a werewolf, and she's all excited. Like, come on, man.
But his face
So
never
well
changed. He was just like,
so well done. And then as soon as he drops out of the helicopter, he just goes under, and you can tell he's drowning. And you know, I'm here for it. So well done. Who was the guy with the blonde hair that did absolutely nothing?
you talking about
the
Yondu?
one that runs away.
Yes.
That's Yondu.
Yeah. So you see him the whole time, and like you're wondering what he's gonna do, and like obviously we follow him at the beginning of the film. So I'm like man, is he gonna play a big part? Like, what's he gonna do? And then that whole beach sequence happens, and then he just panics and runs.
And he gets his head blown off.
He saw that it was a setup. Like, I mean, here it was. We saw him kill the bird, and then when his head blew off, the bird was eating him inside out.
Which was
This was such a James Gunn movie. Like it was like a different alternate universe for the Guardians of the Galaxy with DC characters. What I was happy about was the fact that we actually got some storyline, because of the fact that was one of my complaints of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was that we didn't really get the plot until the third act. So the fact that we knew what we were doing, we got to know what was going on, but we still had this big spectacle in the starfish was such a James Gunn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the starfish was so over the top, but it worked. Like, it worked. And I love the little sequence where they showed when they found the video of like the astronauts capturing it, and they got it like chained up, and they're all like proud of themselves. And it, I dig it. I enjoyed the
You
movie.
see them all stuck to their face.
Somebody
Yes,
said
and
somebody said it was a Power Rangers villain. I think was that you, Jared?
That was me. Yeah. It just seemed like when it blows up out of the thing and it's like huge, and it's like it just reminded me of like I'm waiting for the Power Rangers to come and start fighting.
But it
was the only thing.
It was interesting because when he was losing, that's when all of a sudden they kind of made him be sympathetic. Like, I was in space by myself doing my own thing. But like 10 minutes before that, this city is mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro.
Right, yeah.
Dude, and he wiped out that city in like no time flat. I mean, no time flat.
When Idris Elba tells him "num num," and he runs and just jumps on the starfish and starts trying to bite him.
So now, obviously, with the end of it, where they, he puts it on a secure server or whatever, and says we want out. So now they're out. That group.
Yes, which is interesting because I'm wondering, did they go back to get the stuff taken out of their heads, because she still has the remote to detonate
right
at any moment. So I'm wondering how that works. There's some kind of kill switch that she can, disable it and it won't be active anymore. I don't know, but I mean, you would think that she could just blow their heads up and then
at any point
everything's done. So that's interesting to me.
Do you think we'll see Bloodshot in other movies? Because he seems like a character that could carry over into other series.
I think he would be in another Suicide Squad. You got to understand that he is no longer in Marvel, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well use him. I like his character. I mean, I liked his guns and stuff. I like the way they did his character.
I love his helmet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was cool.
I like the character. It would be hard seeing that character, though, like in a solo film, I think.
Yeah, I didn't mean necessarily his own film, because I don't know enough about his story. I don't know if it'd be enough to carry it.
I think another Suicide Squad, and you bring back Will Smith, them. Oh my gosh, it would be crazy.
With this director, like Will Smith's character with this director, it would be so cool. So cool. This film was just...
It was Ayer. Was it Ayers or whatever his name was, right? It was
David Ayers.
The first one.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. Even if they can't get James Gunn back because he's going to be back involved with the Guardians of the Galaxy, I would not mind Taika Waititi directing.
He would fit this. It needs this feel. Like this kind of movie needs to have the feel that this one did. Like, because the first one, they tried to be dark and serious. And like, this one felt more of like, kind of like Deadpool, but with an ensemble cast. Like, and I enjoyed it because it fit, it fits this series. Like, it's just a bunch of made up superheroes like you never heard of, and then they go out and do this. Like it was really cool. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was neat. They didn't overdo it with Harley. Obviously, she's a big one because it's Margaret Robbie. She's a draw, but she was there and she carried her scenes really well. But she wasn't like all encompassing throughout the movie. So I enjoyed it. I really liked the characters, and like I said, the Rat Girl was my favorite, and I've never heard of her before this. So I don't know. I thought they did well. I'd watch it again.
I thought so too.
Garrett, what was your favorite part, bro?
I mean the nom nom, and then obviously your part where they're like just demolishing people, like blood is going everywhere, and when they like pop through and Rick Flag is just sitting there talking, and they're just sitting there like.
She was like, "None of my guards alerted me that you was here. Why did they let me know?"
What guards?
We didn't see anybody.
We didn't see anybody.
And then who was it? Was it Polka Dot Man? I pictured them as my mother, and I murdered them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever that actor was that played his mom, they got to be in all them parts. She killed it.
And when she was big, like in his finale, when she was
giant
huge,
star.
oh my
Yeah.
god! And what was the Oh, there was another. I don't know. I'll remember. Oh, when the shark goes in and he sees those little. What were those little things in the tank? And he's like, more dumb friends.
They were like piranhas or something.
Yeah.
He was like friend, and like he was hopping over, and they all kind of made little.
And he's all excited, like he made new friends. And when the tank breaks, you're like, this isn't going to end well. And then they just instantly try and eat him. Like
start eating him.
Which why is he bulletproof? Like what's with that?
I don't know. It could be the like the way the mutation was with his skin, made it like almost like a Teflon. I don't know. But
is he like that in Harley Quinn, or do we know?
I don't remember. I think he was, but didn't he get beat up real bad?
He got beat up really bad, I thought.
Yeah, but I mean, he had a voice in Harley Quinn too, so I mean, can't really.
True. Yeah, he wasn't dumb because when they showed him reading the book, it was upside down. Yeah. So yeah, they just set it off from the bat that he wasn't going to be smart.
I mean, they did King Shark in the Flash TV series.
Did they?
Yeah, and I mean, he talked and
was he intelligent?
It was weird though. Yeah, he was, but it was weird. It didn't look as good as the James Gunn one because it kind of had that Mighty Morphin style too, where he kind of stretched over CGI stuff that was
okay. It was like TV. It was like TV Shark.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean, usually that show is really good with everything. That one was kind of on the iffy stage.
It's a hard character to like make into a. It'd be a hard character in my opinion to make into a live action, but they did a really good job with it. He fit and like it's a shark. It's like a walking shark, and I enjoyed it. And he's one of my favorites.
When he rips the dude in half, and you just see like blood and guts just falling out of him.
And that's right after he chews that guy's head off. And
he just goes and just bites down on the dude.
And then at the end, he keeps looking at all the dead people with the starfishes, and he's like num num, and they're like no. And then he goes to the next one, he's like num, and they're like no. So it was really well done, really well done.
Yeah, Harley's little brief love stint with that dude was crazy, bro. Just she fell in love so quick, and it was like she caught that one flag like Joker, shot him. Like, nah, bro. Mm-hmm. I promised myself I ain't messing with no one of you crazy dudes. Like, And
it was flipping out of nowhere too, though, because she's just like all like in awe of this guy, and the next thing you know, she just goes bang.
Yeah, and you did I did not see it coming, and he proposed, and she's all excited about it, and then obviously all that stuff happens, and then you're like this is a weird branch, and then boom. And then she goes off on that, like you said, that whole monologue where she talks about like, I've had a lot of trouble in the past, and like, I've really taught myself to look for red flags. And she's like, killing children is a red flag. Like,
that's the red flag.
She's made for that character. She's made for that character. Like she nails that character. It's going to be hard to see somebody else reprise that role.
Yeah, I don't, well,
if down the road,
because they can be changed out pretty fast. But
but I mean, it's kind of like she sets the bar pretty high for Harley.
Yeah, I think the story is what helps it though, because Harley Quinn and the emancipation of Harley Quinn, I couldn't sit through. I couldn't do it.
I did not finish that movie.
I watched it.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
I couldn't.
It wasn't.
I was like, I got through the first few minutes, and I was like, this ain't it.
It was not good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't her. She's not the reason that was a bad movie. That was just, ooh.
It was story.
Yeah, that was a really.
I said a poorly directed movie.
Yeah, that's what
they're trying to. They're trying to make. I don't know. They're trying to capitalize off Wonder Woman. That was poorly done.
Well, Wonder Woman was trash too. So I mean.
Well, Wonder Woman 2 was.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1 is so good.
If they had took the on the second one of Wonder Woman, if they had took that part where she's growing up, and then stuck it with the other one, that would have been an like top tier movie.
Yeah, you know, Warner Brothers wanted to cut that scene.
Are you kidding?
No, they wanted to cut the opening scene of Wonder Woman 2.
That's the best part of that movie. Like
it is
by a mile.
Yeah, that was the only part that I was like, I enjoy this.
Yeah, I really, since we're on this, like, why don't they make an HBO series on that island? Like, that's made for an HBO series.
They talked about it.
Did they? Is it too expensive?
I don't know if that is too expensive. I just think they're just not there yet. Now, maybe if they saw more value in Wonder Woman, like I said, they're just trying to make a great Wonder Woman movie right now.
Yeah.
Just like think about John Wick, right? They're gonna do a series on the hotel. Yeah. So
I'm here for that.
then, you see that Black Panther just got announced for the Wakanda series. So, and it's probably going to focus on the Dora Milaje,
which is brilliant.
Right, which is what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Yes, it in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah, there's so much stuff you could do if you did just like an Amazon that island. If you did that island, and you don't have to have Gal Gadot in it or any of those big ones. You could just, you could.
Is that what it's called?
Is that what it's called? I wasn't even going to try. Starts with a T. I think you nailed it. Yeah, but I mean, you could go in the past. I mean, you don't have to do the characters that they've already cast. Like you could.
You can have the Queen and Rhonda Wright in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'd be that expensive. Like it'd be easy to do.
If you did that 300 style.
As a series, it would be
a
like
series.
What is it called? Spartacus.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be a good style.
Yeah, Spartacus is amazing.
I'm sure you would like that style,
bro. Count me in. Either one. Like I like 300's art style. Obviously, I mean that not 302. That was not good. But the first 300,
it didn't look like it's gonna be good.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Dude, it was not as good as 300.
I didn't say it was as good as 300. You said it wasn't good.
I mean, it wasn't anything special, and that weird still to me, it's one of the weirdest. It's one of the weirdest love scenes in a film. Like it comes out of nowhere.
Who cares?
It doesn't fit. I don't like it.
It fit.
My dad, well, we'll just go ahead and say this. I went and saw it with my dad. My dad wanted to go, and my dad invited the pastor of our old church. So it's me, my dad, and the pastor before.
So it's more you were uncomfortable more than it was a good or bad movie.
When it came on, so it doesn't fit. Like this movie's weird. Like he gets captured and he's a prisoner, and then all of a sudden there's this like.
That sounds exactly like Gladiator. I don't know what you're talking about.
Uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. It was
Episode 69.
It was weird, okay, and I'm sitting there with my dad and the pastor
I need a
of the
whoop,
church,
whoop, whoop.
and I'm just like, this is so uncomfortable.
There we go.
So uncomfortable. So yeah, I did like the actor though. I like the actor that they got for the second one. He's really good.
The villain though, she was good though.
Yeah, she's cool. She does the Penny Dreadful series, and she's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I haven't watched that either.
That was Penny Dreadful's good.
Okay, so anything on the if you rated Suicide Squad, what would you rate it?
I go 7.5.
Okay, Shane.
I'd give it an 8.
I'm not even gonna argue that. I can see an 8 too. It's definitely not great. It's a good movie, but it's not great. It has good rewatch value. So I could, if somebody said no, you can't do half, I would say 8.
I'm gonna give it a 6, but it is definitely full of stuff that like this when we're talking that makes it feel funnier than some of the parts may have been at the moment.
Yeah. Well, see, here's my thing. The reason why, and I'm not arguing that's your pick, and I'm not arguing that. But the reason why I can't say anything lower than that because I said Wonder Woman 1984 was like a 6, and I can't
put it at that level.
At that level. So that's why
I 100% agree with that.
I would have given that a 3, and only because Gal Gadot was in it.
Well, that's why I got a 6 because she was in it.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with your logic. So
I can watch paint dry if that girl's doing it.
100%. Same with Natalie Portman.
Okay.
Any Natalie Portman movie automatically is a 5 for me. It's automatic. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Like it's not a movie that I would like. You know, it's not spectacular, but it's a lot of fun. It had the Deadpool feel to me. I don't know if it's as good as Deadpool, but it really had a Deadpool feel. I love the director. They did a really good job with it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I go back and watch it, maybe I'll have a little different. We'll see. But
I think if we watched it as bros, we would laugh at so much more stuff than we did.
I get that 100%.
Like we would kick it so hard.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you, and listen, Sonic, just close your ears for just a second. I do not endorse anybody that does special things, but I'm sure if you had some nice snacks with this, your experience would be a whole lot better.
A whole lot better. I feel like we need, as a Marauders podcast, we need to get together and watch one of these movies with special snacks and just own it. Oh, we need to record it. I don't know where we could put it out at, but this could be gold. This could be gold.
I'll record it. How about that? I'll sit back and laugh at you.
All of the Marauders have to. This has to be a group thing. If one of us goes down, we all go down. So this needs to happen. This needs to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm in. Ace, I'm in. Me and you.
Anyways. So, great movie. At least watch it once. If you don't want to do anything else, watch it once. There is a ton of blood.
Yes.
Just so you know.
It earned its R.
And there's definitely several. Okay, so we didn't even talk about the one that you thought was really hilarious, Ahmad, with they're all camping. So they've got on there. They're out in the middle of the swamp forest stuff, and they decide, okay, we got to stop here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you tell it, Ahmad.
So John Cena. Okay, if you've known him, he's been in a lot of like comedies. He's been in like was it Trainwreck with what's my girl name? Amy Schumer. You know John Cena is not afraid to do things that are unorthodox. So let's just say he came out with these tidy whities and was just standing there having a regular, normal conversation like nothing was even going on, because that's when Ratcatcher 2, a lot of the rats started coming out. And of course, they were trying to figure out what was going on with Polka Dot Man. So, yeah, they were standing just having a regular conversation. He was just standing in his tidy whities, like doing all his just normal gibberish. And, yeah, that was truly hilarious because
they were tight. Tidy.
And extra white, too. They was like,
don't be racist. Don't be racist.
You definitely saw the shadows. There were shadows.
Don't be racist.
100%. If you watch Trainwreck, this ain't got nothing on the Trainwreck scene, but yeah, he had his tidy white.
And the thing that starts that whole thing is when they're all camping and Idris Elba's laying there, and then what was it? He turns around and King Shark has Rat Girl like almost in his mouth.
Almost in his mouth.
She's just asleep. Like she's
We don't eat friends.
We don't eat friends. That's where they bonded. She's like, "Can we be your friends?" I love it. And the last scene on the airplane when they're leaving and the rat like curls up in Idris Elba's leg and he's just laying there. The whole time I'm just waiting for something to happen.
That scene is a throwback scene to when Rocket was getting pet by was it Thor that pet him?
Okay.
Yeah, when he pets him and then he's like, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a throwback
That's
scene.
really cool. Yeah.
James Gunn.
Anyway, I like it. He did a good job.
I thought so too.
He needs to hurry up and make Guardians 3.
I'm wondering if that's. Do you think that's gonna happen?
100%.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think 100%?
Yeah.
Everyone's signed on. I think it's supposed to film next year.
He already had the script written. He just was taken off the project for a minute, but the script is written.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Disney is not gonna let him slide now that he just did that. Like it's a win for him.
I don't know. I don't know what Guardians 4 will look like because, is it Batista's out, right? He said this is his last shot.
I don't remember saying it.
He said it's his last one, but in
Money.
the end.
But that was also probably when the James Gunn stuff was going on too.
No, he's still mad about he doesn't like Drax's treatment. He thinks he's not being done well. So, but again, it's like you guys always say, money. Like, throw him an extra $1 million, he'll be back.
He was in the Disney Plus commercial, so I think he's good, man.
Yeah, he did. Where he's in the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh yeah, it's a new one that just came out.
Okay.
He's advertising the bundle, and he's in this boat, and he's got like long hair and beard and stuff like that. I'm just saying, I just think that time heals all wounds, and so does money.
Yep. And if he has a good experience in 3, that could change his whole outlook. So they haven't even started filming 3 yet. So who knows? If that goes well, then it's all a moot point.
Don't search Batista in a boat.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Doubles.
I'm going to take your word for it. While we're talking about this is off the topic, but what's something important is about to film? Disney Plus?
Yeah, you must be talking about Mandalorian 3.
Next month, right?
Next month?
It's projected to start filming next month.
And who told it?
I don't know.
I think it was Carl Weathers. It's either going to be him or
Was
John
it?
Carlos Esposito.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Let it go.
I don't know who leaked it, but yeah, and that's exciting for me because there was all the rumors that there was going to be problems. We didn't know when it was going to start. So I'm excited to see that they're finally filming it.
I would love to bring Gina back.
Yeah, they need to. Like at this point, like they're selling her action figures. Like they've worked her back in. Like at this point, bring her back. If she's, if you kill the Rangers series for a little while, put that on the back burner. That's fine. Bring her back in the Mandalorian. Get people used to seeing her, and then kick back up your plans.
I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I do want to see the Mandalorian season 3, but I'm telling you, I really want to see Andor. And I'm not even a Rogue One fan, but the teaser trailer thing that they did, like the little featurette, I'm excited to see that. It looks like it's like a spy thriller meets Star Wars. That's crazy.
It's a cool concept. I need to see a little more, but I'm opposite of you. I did enjoy Rogue One. It's one of the better Star Wars movies. So, obviously I liked him. So I liked his character, and I like the feel of Rogue One. So if it has a Rogue One feel, I'm down.
Yeah.
So of course they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do though, because in the comic he met K2SO in a different way. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Because obviously you would want K2SO in this series to have some.
You gotta have K2SO,
right?
Because he was a fan favorite in Rogue One. It was a great character, and let's be honest, every good Star Wars project has a droid. I guess Mandalorian doesn't really, but
they had several droids. They had IG-11.
No, but I mean one droid that's like in the whole like R2, C-3PO, like look at Chopper, BB-8.
Yeah. But I think that's why they kept like in every episode they had like we had the droid that was paddling the lava boat. We had IG-11 for a point. I understand what you're saying, like that fixed droid, but.
Yeah. And with Mandalorian it's a little different because you don't need a droid because you have Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda fills that role sometimes. Like he does silly things that sometimes a droid would do. So I'm not criticizing the Mandalorian. I'm with you though. They've done a really good job. Like they've had some cool droids, but most series has like a droid through the whole thing. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I like what they've done. I want no changes for Mandalorian. I'm a nut. So
Well, I want some changes, but
well,
different day.
look, I'm really excited to see where they go with season 3. Like, I mean, if we get the battle for Mandalore, like that could be really cool. That could be really cool.
If it's anything like the posters, the two posters that we got, then we're in the right direction. So we had the one poster with Mando holding the dark saber and Grogu in his arm, and then we had the other poster with Luke with Grogu with the little saber. So,
do you think we see Luke and Grogu training like as as Mando's off doing his thing? Are we going to get like an episode where it's Luke and Baby Yoda or Grogu? Sorry.
Listen, I hope we get a Luke series. I hope they cast Sebastian Stan, and I hope he's building the Jedi Order. I hope Jason Syndulla is a part of it. I'm hoping that we see a young Ben Solo, Grogu, some of the Knights of Ren. I don't know. Like it could be, and then like maybe he has to save the village one time from a threat or something. And we get to see the power of Luke the way that we wanted to see it. Like, brother, come on, listen,
Dude,
calm
you already got me excited.
I think the only way you're going to see Luke is if we have a series. Otherwise, he is just going to appear and be gone. We are not going to have a full episode with Luke unless they do a series.
Yeah, it has to be. It needs to. If like we talked about when we very first started talking about these Disney Plus series, it needs to be in the style of Game of Thrones where we get these spinoffs. Because Ahsoka's supposed to be leading it, from what I understand. But we need something. We need a Luke series where maybe we can have some flashback scenes of him training Leia, so that it feels, because they're trying to tie that whole thing in with 7, 8, 9. So there's so much you could do in an 8, even if it's a limited series and you want to only do 8 episodes. You got to make them at least 45 minutes to 55 minutes long, and that's not including the credits. And an 8 block, just an 8-hour thing of Luke Skywalker. You talking about making the fans happy?
Oh my god! Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I would lose my shit. So, I mean, 100%.
And then you talking about merchandise? As you think about it, look at the Black Series Luke that they just put out from Mandalorian. That thing is like probably sold out everywhere.
Yeah. And obviously, like, I mean, if you do that, you do a series. If it's Luke building the temple, I mean, if you're going to talk merchandise, you've got all the characters that they introduce, and then you've got all the character lightsabers. Like, I mean, from a merchandising standpoint, you go nuts if you do a Luke series.
If you really want to set this series off, they need to use our original idea, which is have Mark Hamill come as old Luke and narrate it, and then do the flash. Listen,
that would be good.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
if you have Hamill, like, I mean, even if like have Hamill, even if he's a Force ghost, like, and look, let's go nuts. Have him talking to Rey, like have him on Tatooine, and Hamill is a Force ghost talking to Rey, and like, look, this is where I went wrong, or this was my journey, and like, come on, man, come on.
Or this, now you might not like this idea, but we're talking about tying things in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could have Luke when he's on Skullik Island and he's meditating and thinking about what happened before Rey gets there, and you still have young Luke, and that way really trying to tie it in to understand how we got Hermit Luke Skywalker. That would be the perfect way to do it.
I don't like it, but I could see that being more realistic, because I think it'd be easier to get Hamill to come back and do that than it would be to get Hamill and Daisy to come back. Because I don't know how Daisy would feel about coming back.
She's changed her tune, brother.
Has she?
She's changed her tune. She might be willing to come back. Yeah, there was an article that came out.
Okay.
We already know that what's his name is all about it. John Boyega.
Yep.
Boyega's back on. The only person who's still like, nah, is Oscar Isaac. And a post series would go.
Poe needs a series. Like, he needs to do his own thing in a series. And that would be killer.
I mean, that's your in place of Han Solo.
Yep.
I mean, they're pretty much they're not the exact same character, but I mean, they're both scoundrel type. So
I mean, I wish they would finish the Han Solo story, because I like where it was headed, but but I wish they would finish it in a limited series. You do 8 episodes and you finish that storyline. You get those original characters back. We get to see live action Maul again. I think it'd be huge. And then you get to see that whole storyline play out with that character as Han Solo. I think it would do a lot better than the movie did. A lot better. And Lando was well received, young Lando. He was better received than Han. So I feel like you bring him back in and like you do that whole series in 8 episodes, just like you're doing with Obi-Wan, and you flesh that out. And then look, like Maul would sell. Like if you like Darth Maul is still most people's favorite, from the original prequel or from the prequels. So I feel like if you spin off a Maul series out of that, you come in, you do a limited series, and then you go about and you do a Maul thing, like I think it could sell. Because there's so much you could tell with Maul, because Maul's done so much, especially if you get into the Clone Wars and stuff. I'd watch a Maul series, and we don't have anything dark side. We don't. There's no series that's based in the dark side, and I think that would be
true. We have the one that starts with an A, not Abyss, but
Acolytes.
Yes, the Acolytes.
Okay, so is that coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acolytes is coming.
But that's supposed to be a Sith one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also have the Lando series.
So with that character from
See
with that actor?
So you remember when they did the big call where they said that they weren't gonna recast T'Challa and all of that, the Kevin Feige thing.
Yeah.
And in that when they announced the Star Wars series, that's where we found out about the Book of Boba Fett. They said it was a Lando series, but they did not say Donald Glover was attached. And so we didn't know whether it was going to be an animated thing or whether it was going to be actually about the live action. Lando.
You need Donald Glover. He plays that role beautifully.
I thought he did good. Yeah.
He did. But yeah, so we did the Acolyte series is going to be a.
Do we know anything about that? Because I'm instantly excited. Like instantly.
We just got how they did the titles. They had the title for it.
Okay.
But they didn't. The only thing we found out about Acolyte series is people writing it are not fans of Star Wars. That's what we found out.
Remember, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just broke my heart, because I mean, think about it. And this is my So this is my wish: is do this all the way in the past before the Rule of Two. Don't give me stupid I know where they went with the Inquisitors. Like, don't give me Inquisitors. Give me back before the Rule of Two was established by Bane, when the Sith were prevalent. When the Sith had their own planets and they had their own armies, and there was a whole structure, that could be really cool. That's what I want. I want a dark side series that, think of what we're getting with the High Republic, the book series, but give me that from the Sith standpoint. Show me what it was like when the Sith were in power before Bane destroyed them and created the Rule of Two. Because that could be so cool. Because at their height, the Sith were just as powerful as the Jedi. They were equal. And you had all those conflicts between the Sith and the Jedi and the Republic, and man, come on.
I mean, we've talked about the fact that we have a chance now for doing some Sith stuff and go rated R with it, because they got the Star stuff that's out right now. I don't think we have access to it yet here in the States or anything, but I mean, we have options and that doing a rated R Sith stuff would be cool, because that gives them room to be as bad as they want to be.
Yeah, we need a Star Wars series in the style of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Would lose everything.
Could you imagine if you really did a gritty adult Star Wars, and the old Republic, that era 2,000 years ago, fits that beautifully, because you don't have to touch anything that's been written. Right. We don't need Luke Skywalker. We don't need any of those. You give us, think about it. 2,000 years ago, it's obviously still, they're more technologically advanced, but it wouldn't be you could kind of have that. What am I looking for? You could have that medieval feel. Even though there's spaceships and lightsabers, it could have more of a medieval feel, kind of like Game of Thrones, just Game of Thrones with lightsabers. How can you not go into a room and pitch that and instantly sign it?
Well, we're already getting a different view of Star Wars through visions. You're talking about summarized anime and Star Wars.
That's about as different. I mean, that trailer is about as different as it comes.
Right. I watched both trailers. I watched both
Low.
in the Japanese version and in the, oh my gosh, bro.
That voice.
Somebody wanted
I've
to
got
know
it low.
Ahsoka in the beginning.
Do what?
In the very
I
beginning.
asked. Yeah, I asked.
Oh,
if
yeah,
this. I asked if this right here is Ahsoka, because
Yeah.
that just has the form.
It's got her form, but I don't think we're going to see any characters we know.
I didn't expect to see her, other than like later it talks about it was left.
Yeah.
A great warrior came and left.
Trusted our ancestors with this.
Because we don't know what time
But that's a
frame
red.
this is
That's
in.
a red crystal.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's a Sith crystal.
But that doesn't mean that that's what's been left, though, because that is not a red
That right
crystal
there,
that she
man.
has.
That loaded up. Man, that's crazy.
Look at that. Look at that. 6 lightsabers.
No, the one that's coming up is gonna be that's the one that I thought was dope.
Dude, I'm so. Look at this.
I mean-
like,
Guided by the Force.
I'm so excited for
I-
this.
I think I would like this. I think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
I just don't know about some of the style of like. We're gonna see a part here coming up that's
First time I've confronted such darkness.
Some of these studios have very unique styles. Because it's 7 different studios, right?
And sinister.
Yeah, I think so. It's right
Look
here.
at that. Look at
Right
that.
there.
that's what I was talking about. That
You know
that
this one
seems
is
still
dope.
legit.
Yeah.
It's the
There's
next one though that
There's going to be
throws
some
me
weird
off.
stuff. I don't need singing.
That's anime.
It's definitely anime.
Look at that.
Look at that.
This, I think, is where it was, right? Nope, not yet. I mean, the look is good. I like where it looks
Oh,
like it's
Boba
going.
Fett.
That looked like Boba.
I accept this responsibility.
This right here. She's got the 6 sabers, but it's like wrapping around.
Like tentacles. Tentacles. I
Yeah.
mean, it's anime. You
That's
gotta
what I
have
didn't-
tentacles.
You got like
Stuff. Is that what it is?
You gotta have tentacles in anime.
what's my boy name? General Grievous. Arms.
Yeah,
Yes.
he had the Except for it looked like she actually had arms. That
Somebody saw Grievous and was like, just add 2 more arms. Like, that's all he needed. Yeah, this is a little weird. I saw that too, but it's anime. Like, it's yeah.
Some sort of Sith magic too.
That doesn't
looks
look like
cool.
arms. That looks like it's part of.
Well,
her
the very
cloak.
first time she pulls them out, it looks like she has 6 arms.
Yeah, I don't remember. What
Yeah.
it's like.
That looked really familiar.
But-
That hilt looked very Darth Vader-ish too, with the black.
I
I'm
mean,
excited for it.
overall, I mean, it looks good.
I mean,
think so.
you know, I'll watch it. You know,
It's more Star Wars.
We've always
as we
said
like to say.
Star Wars was made for anime. So like, it's cool to me that they gave these studios like free reign. Like, hey, here you go, give us an episode, and let's see what you can do. Like, that's cool.
they've always and they said,
Right.
"Hey, we Star Wars fans too."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while we're on this kick, Bad Batch. So that scene right there, I'm just gonna come out and say it, like, because it melted my mind. Like, the last 2 episodes of Bad Batch did it for me. Like, it made this whole season worth it to me. Like, and it wasn't just like I liked the story, I liked the way he did it, but like, Filoni is a master at creating like memorable scenes, like scenes that move you in the cartoon. Like we think of the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars, how that was like some of the best scenes. Like, you know, you have Ahsoka there with all the helmets at the end. Like, well, this to me, like when he's standing on the Star Destroyer bridge and you've got that music and it's like dark outside, you know, in Camino, and they're firing on Camino, that music and that scene, like, dude, I got chills. Like,
When AZ was pushing her up and you can tell he was about to fizz out, that got me.
And then
Because-
they pull out.
Yeah, because he knew he wasn't gonna make it, and he was like kept tapping himself to try to keep his eyes on, and like he knew his power was about to go out, and then she's like, "I'm going after AZ," and Crosshair pulls it out. Everybody pulls out their stuff, and then I mean, like you said, or just the conversation itself, where it's like, my chip been out, bro. Like, nah, this is what I believe. Like, this
Good soldiers.
that was like, oh.
And that to
That
me,
was big.
because we talked
That was
about
really
it, and I'm
big.
like, I didn't want it to be generic, and it feels generic if they go and they find him and they pull the chip out and he's like a different person. But like, I wasn't expecting him to not have a chip, and when he said that, you're like, holy crap, he's a bad guy. Like,
We expected classic Star Wars, a redemptive story, and
right,
we didn't get it.
we did not get it.
Right.
Now you see
At
the
least
hints
not,
of
at
it.
least not yet.
You see the hints of it. Like, especially, it's interesting to me that they made what's her name? What's the girl's name?
Uh, uh,
Omega.
Thank you, Omega. We see Omega and Omega reaching out to him because it's, Omega saves his life instead of letting him drown. And then at the end there, when they're standing there, and he's like, he says we're even, but Omega's standing there, and Omega talks to him, and not the rest of the Bad Batch. It's cool to me that you see like those two, like that's what's making him think, not what the Bad Batch said, but like what Omega's saying about it. Like, you're still their brother.
She said, "And you're my brother." Yeah. And because the thing is, she's older than them. We saw that, she's got the same aging process as Boba Fett. She's like a regular girl,
just normal.
Yeah.
Right. And so the thing was that the other thing with it is that he has an issue with them leaving him. That's what he has an issue with. Yep. It's not even so much about all the other stuff. It's like, yo, we supposed to be a family. Y'all left me, rolled out.
In their defense, he was trying to kill them. So
100%.
And he didn't have a chip, guys. Like, he didn't have a chip. So he's just straight up trying to murder them without a chip.
But we don't know when he had the chip removed because they were like burning stuff in him trying to get the chip to work a certain way.
Yeah, I think that when he had you see how his whole right side of his head is all jacked up.
Scar.
Yeah. I think because they think he hit his head in one of the Star Destroyers when it was blowing up or something. I think that had an effect on the chip.
Was that the engine scene when they fire the engines and it blows him back?
And that's when that's when he figured out that the chip was fried. Maybe
that would make sense. That would make sense. But these last two episodes, like you said, I know Ace has said it before, and I'm totally going to steal it. Like, we didn't need 12 episodes. If you did 8 and you cut out the filler, I mean, it would be gold.
Think about how much stuff we actually got. Right, when you take out the fluff stuff, we got Cad Bane, we got Hera, we got Chopper, we got old young Kanan. You know what I'm saying? We got like all of that stuff, and then
we got to see the turn again as Order 66 happened.
Yep.
Right. I mean, and that was in the first episode. So you think about all that fluff. It's like we got 2 episodes in 1 week, and then it was just like the second episode was just like womp womp.
Yep. Yeah. It really had the Clone Wars feel because you had so many dead episodes in Clone Wars, and I just feel like you didn't need it. And just, man, when he's on and he's pushing the story and like the narrative, like, I mean, he writes some amazing stuff. And just again, like, I know it's not cinematography because it's cartoons, but like such memorable scenes in a cartoon. Like, I mean, as soon as it came on, that last episode starts and it's in the Star Destroyer and you got the music and you see like the sky around him and he's just standing on the bridge, like, I don't know. There's just something about it. I paused it and I was like, this is cool. Like this is why Filoni is a genius. Cause like, this is a cartoon, but it just, man, it gets me. It gets me. And that whole episode, like, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. It was cool.
Even though you knew some kind of way that they were going to get out, it still felt like they weren't going to get out. Like it just kept like the odds were stacked against them. And I really thought we were going to lose a character. Like we needed to lose a character to have that emotional attachment. And we didn't.
Yeah, and you added is it Easy? You added Easy. And so I was like, oh, this is they gave you him so he can go away. And so when he did die, I was like, they pulled out the music and all that. And you're like, dude, this is sad. And then she's like, nope, I'm going to get him. So it was really well done. Like really well done. It made the series worth it to me. Cause like I liked it obviously, but it wasn't like, it wasn't on my like top 5 list or anything. And it's still not, but like those last 2 episodes really pulled the season together and just so good. So
they didn't help it because when you're watching Loki on Wednesday and getting that, and then you come into a whack episode on Friday, it was
it doesn't help.
Yeah, that doesn't help at all.
No.
That's the one thing about Clone Wars. You didn't really, unless you're going back to watch it, the first time you go through them, you're enjoying it because at that point you weren't getting anything else.
Exactly.
It wasn't like Star Wars was not prevalent when we were having Clone Wars.
Right.
So
Yeah,
we were just happy to get that
Clone
and
Wars was-
enjoying every minute of Anakin.
Yeah, Clone Wars is cool because we got Anakin and Obi and Yoda. Like, yeah,
Right.
I mean,
And
yeah.
when
So
Rebels
even
came in, that was yeah.
Rebels, I mean, especially when you get past, I mean, Rebels towards the end was just constant gold.
Yeah,
Constant gold.
after season finale of second season, Rebels just was out of here, bro.
Yeah, it was just on. And like, you know, I wasn't a fan of Rebels in the first season, and then I think it was Ace. You guys were like, stick with it, and then once you get through that, oh my god. Now I never did Resistance. I never watched any of it.
I did. I had to make it through. I think like maybe season 1 because it was like really really kiddish, like very kiddish, and then it just something happens in it that made it serious, and it just got serious.
Is it 3 seasons?
It may even be just 2.
I could give 2 seasons. Like, yeah. Does it end on a cliffhanger or do they wrap it up?
No, they wrap it up pretty good. I mean, because it really is in the realm of 7, 8, 9. Because you do get some cameos from like Poe and General
Bucks?
Skywalker.
Oh, Skywalker. Okay.
Leia.
Okay.
So there's stuff like that, and they give you like I love. There's a switch that happens. I won't say what, but BB-8 is in it, and then some things happen. So like it's really good. It took a minute. Like I said, that turn. It was that turn. So
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll give it a
You
shot.
need to show that shirt.
Yeah. Look at that.
yeah,
You gotta
This
get yourself
reminds me
get
of that
yourself an Ace
episode.
shirt.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's
That's
good.
so cool. Like, he has the best shirts. He has the best shirts.
Appreciate it, brother.
But yeah, so anyway, it's worth checking out. I enjoyed it. In the last 2 episodes, just so well done. And I'm ready for season 3 or season 2. I'm getting way ahead of myself.
Yeah,
So.
you're thinking Mando already again.
Oh, 100%. I am so excited for Mando. That and Obi-Wan. Are so high on my list. I can't wait for Obi-Wan.
We're supposed to get Book of Boba right in
In the fall.
Christmas.
Is it Christmas?
I thought it was Christmas.
Yeah, that would make
Maybe.
sense. I don't think we've gotten an actual date for
second.
Book of Boba, have we?
I don't know.
No, December.
I don't think we.
Is it
Yeah,
December? Okay.
Yeah, we don't have like a
it's
like
not
a
a
hard
firm
date.
date. Yeah. I think they announced it last when they dropped it. They said they said Christmas is what they had said. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Maybe
It should be a
wanna
big
see
year
more.
next
I
year.
want to see more Boba, but I want to see what's going on with it. But
Yeah. It should be a big
Yeah,
year
it-
Star Wars wise.
and we get Mando 3 is going to be next year.
Mando, Obi-Wan, probably Andor.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
many of these other series are close.
Yeah. Andor should be 2022. Yeah.
So we
I
could
think
have
Andor is probably going to end up coming out first.
that'd be my guess. I think it'd be
Yeah, 'cause
I
it's
think
the
it'd
one
be
that's
Andor,
closest to being
Obi-Wan,
done.
and then Mando last. Because they're just now
Could be
filming
in
Mando.
the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Obi-Wan would be a good like early fall, and then you hit us with Mando in like December. As soon as you wrap
Yeah.
up Obi-Wan. Because we don't know what's
That'd be
coming
good.
from Marvel, do we? So I mean, we'll obviously have some Marvel series. And they're not going to
We've
have
got
a Star
lots.
Wars
I
and a
mean-
Marvel going at the same time.
Marvel series.
If we
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we got Hawkeye and
for Disney Plus, yeah.
yeah, and then what's his name part 2, Loki 2.
Yeah, which have they even? I mean, do we know if they're even starting to film Loki 2 yet?
I wouldn't be surprised if they already started filming that because that got announced pretty quick.
Okay. So I mean,
And then we have Spider-Man.
Yep.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
We
Which-
still haven't gotten a date on that though.
Feige
even
did
though
say that a
everything's
trailer
done.
would drop before the movie came out.
Well, the trailer's
Obviously.
gonna come out, but the trailer is not gonna. It's not gonna be online. It's gonna be at the
Theater.
Theater?
con. No, it's gonna be.
Oh,
There's a con that's coming up.
Hall H.
I don't know if that it's. I don't know that it's.
Gamescom, is it?
No, it's. I heard it on a one of my podcasts I listened to. They were talking about it, but it's not coming online. It's going to that Dragon Con or whatever first.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, as long as they leak it. So someone will be out there with a phone.
Somebody will leak it for a few seconds and it'll be gone though.
but that's what I'm saying. Like you remember when the Endgame trailer came out, right? That was in something, and it never got leaked because they just talked about Thanos hit Iron Man with a moon, and we never got to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was the one, some cat recorded it, put it up, and it instantly like dropped from everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to hunt those down. But I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming. So the Eternals, we didn't even touch on it. I know we're done, but dude, the second trailer,
I didn't watch it and don't want to watch it.
I'm here for it. I had no interest in the Eternals at all until I saw the 2 trailers, and it has my interest.
I will say this trailer made me go, okay, maybe I can watch this and enjoy it.
It looks good to me.
Because the others have been just like, okay, this is I'll sit through it.
Shang-Chi is getting great reviews.
Yeah, I've heard.
Is it? You mean Snake Eyes, right?
No. I like what you did.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Wrong franchise. So,
yeah. There's a reason I said that though. You could put those trailers together, and that's. I mean, we're just switching powers here at this point.
You're not wrong.
So, anyways, yeah, I'll watch it. I don't think I'm going to step foot in the theater and watch that one though. That's going to be a at home.
You're talking about Eternals or Shang?
Well, I don't think that one's going to be time release. It's going to be theater release only.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for it to come out.
It's coming out. It's coming out on my birthday. So
you gotta go. You gotta go.
You're gonna go.
Yeah.
If it's good, tell me, and then I'll just say, okay, I'll go watch it.
The Eternals is definitely a theater for me after seeing the second trailer. I will definitely go see it in theaters.
Okay.
Yep. I really enjoyed the second. I really enjoyed the second.
It might make it feel better watching it in theater too.
Yeah, I mean, I want the experience of theaters with it. I mean, it's not going to be. I mean, like I said, I had no interest until this trailer, and then I was like, okay, this looks interesting. Like,
yeah,
I'm peaked.
Yeah.
So
anyways,
we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
I'm excited. There's always stuff coming out. That's the joy of all this. I'm ready for John Wick. Now that I've actually watched all of them.
Anything John Wick.
So
I'm ready. You know, John Wick and Matrix 4 was supposed to drop on the same day.
The same day. Could you imagine that?
They
I'd
called
have
it
to go
Keanu
back
Day.
to back.
Was it the Keanu or Keanu Reeves Renaissance or something like that? Yeah.
Is it the same directors doing
Wachowskis?
Yeah, they're not brothers anymore, but is it the Wachowskis that are doing it?
Let's not.
I believe so.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying because I used to call them the Wachowski brothers, but I don't.
That's why I just call them the
Wachowskis.
They're the Wachowski others. No.
So they're doing it, which is cool. But I mean, again, like 2 and 3 got so weird to me. Like I'm curious to see where they go with it.
2 and 3 did not get weird. 3 got weird.
3 got weird. 3 got weird.
2 was great.
Are we going to see
Mr.
Smith back?
Mr. Anderson. You mean Red Skull? I don't know if he's going to be in it or not.
He's got.
We'll see, I guess.
To be in it and fight another 1,000 of them at the end.
Love you guys.
I'm in.
Love all you out there that have watched.
69 episodes, guys.
Remember, Shane is a banana because he says I'm a banana right there.
I never saw you change it. When did you change it?
A long time ago. We love you guys.
In this,
go ahead.
We're gonna have a chit chat. No, I mean you cannot change our names. Like that violates a podcast.
This is episode 69. Love you guys. We're out every Thursday, 7:30.
Push the
Marauders.
We just went off the rails.